Hi guys, Chris at the Ultimate Recycler here. Anyone hungry? Need some lunch? This salad roll has been in my fridge for a little bit. My son visited me a while back and he forgot he left this in the fridge, and after a coffee he took off and it got pushed to the back and I forgot about it. And I thought, oh, a great chance to do a little worm food challenge test. I like to give my worms all sorts of different foods to see what they eat, and I haven't given them bread before. But I checked the date on this. I just peeled the label off because I really don't need you all to know who made this roll. It was made in February, 21st, 22nd of February. It's now about the same date in March. So this is a month old. It's been in my fridge for a month. Now this is the fridge at my shop. We do keep an eye on our food at home a bit better than this, but my shop fridge gets a bit neglected. But what's amazing is that it still looks as if it was made today. And that's really disturbing because food's supposed to go mouldy and supposed to break down. And this doesn't. So what preservatives are in this? If it doesn't break down in the air, there's no mould on it at all. If it doesn't break down naturally, how does your body cope with processing it? Because there has to be chemicals and things in there to keep it looking fresh. That's just not normal. So I won't mulch this up and give it to my worms just yet. I'm going to put it back in the fridge for another month and just see if it does actually start to go mouldy. Hey guys, I'm back, and I know I said a month, but it's been 6 weeks since you saw the first part of this video. So this salad roll that I was going on about has now lasted 10 weeks, or about 2.5 months. I did put it in a plastic container with a lid because the meat was starting to smell my fridge out a bit, and then it got pushed to the back of the fridge again and forgotten. So 10 weeks, still no mould on the bread. It's got a strange colour, but and it's gone a little soggy because of the condensation in the container. But I can't quite get into the middle of it now, but I can't see any signs of it breaking down. So, well, it's breaking apart, but there's no mould, there's no normal food breakdown as you'd expect. I don't think it's mould, I think it's a bit of cabbage or something. So it's a real worry, these today's preserved foods, because you might think a salad roll would be eating fresh and eating healthy, but I don't think bread is bread anymore, and I don't think a lot of the foods we eat that traditionally were healthy actually are, with all the chemicals involved. Anyway, that's a bit concerning, and I certainly won't be buying salad rolls. I don't anyway. My partner and I are on a keto diet, so we don't eat any bread, and we do grow a lot of our own food. But the point of this video really was to feed this to the worms, so that's what we'll do now and see if they can manage eating that possible toxicity. Okay, this particular, it's actually a little half tank, has become an accidental worm farm because I've just been throwing excess coffee grounds and food scraps in here, and the worms have come up naturally, and it's been they've been getting into this quite well. You can see there's plenty there. So this has now become a testing station. So let's give them a salad roll. I'm not going to mulch this up. I'm just going to basically put it in the farm here and put the carpet back over, keep it damp, and let's see what the worms think of this bread. And I think it was corned beef, the meat in there, so we'll see how they go. I'll check back in a week. So a week has rolled past. Let's see if the worms have enjoyed their salad roll. Okay, well, there's activity going on. Plenty of worms here. The salad roll looks like it's kind of melted. The bread's certainly just gone all gooey. It looks like most of it's still there. If we can get into the centre of it. Yes, you can see carrot and I guess the butter is a bit of tomato there. It's all sort of moulded in. It's very sludgy. The worms haven't got into it as such. They're just around the outside. This actually smells a bit, so something's happening. There's lots of little fine bugs in here. I'm not sure what they are. Anyone who does a lot with worm farms might well know. So leave us a comment on that. But this salad roll's turned into a disgusting sludge. So we'll put it back under for another week or two and we'll get back and report before I finish this video up. So 2 weeks have passed since our last check on the salad roll. Let's see what's going on now. Well, we have a big population of worms at the moment. In fact, they're all around this bin because I've put lots of other foods in here, and you can see that it's not just a salad roll they're interested in, they're just right through here. But the salad roll we're interested in at the moment, there's still plenty of these little white insects, and they seem to be getting into the salad roll first. It's like they're the, oh, look at them on here. Millions of them on the back of the carpet. So it's like they can handle whatever's in this salad roll, and the worms are kind of sitting back waiting, and then as it's been broken down, the worms are then starting to get involved. Well, there's a massive population of worms here, so I'd suggest that the salad roll has now broken down enough for the worms to eat it. They're right through it, and there's no longer a big clump that we saw last time. So the actual salad roll is disappearing. It's still very gooey, and I'd suggest that the butter, or it's probably margarine, and there was possibly a salad dressing or something on there as well, and then of course there was cheese, and I think it was silverside. So that sort of stuff, it's a bit hard to say what the worms are going for, and to test those things we'd need to do individual tests. But it did kind of melt together and form a bit of a big blob. But anyway, look, it's disappearing. Mission successful, I'd say. I won't check it again because it's probably 3 parts gone. I suppose only a quarter left. So the mission to dispose of this salad roll via the worms has certainly happened, or happening. But those little bugs seem to be the first attackers, and then the worms are coming in after the stuff's broken down a bit more and the bacteria have got in there. So successful mission to get rid of the salad roll. As a side product, side point of interest, is perhaps salad rolls aren't as healthy as they used to be. Alright, thanks for watching. Look out for my next video.